Hi guys, I'm back again for another unboxing video. Okay, I'm going to be unboxing two decks. The first deck is going to be the Psychic Tarot Oracle cards by Holland. Now, I've had this deck in the past and I use it all the time. The one thing I will say is that I received this as a gift, so I'm going to use it as a spare deck. Sometimes I like to travel and I don't like to take all my cards with me. As many of you know, I usually mix them all up together, but this is one of my go-to decks. This is Hayhouse Publishing. Beautiful cards. You can't go wrong with this deck. I love it. And this deck, I picked it up at Michael's. It was a Halloween like theme, and I really don't know what they're all about. I really have no clue, have no idea. I just picked it up. Maybe they're just some random cards. I don't know, but I wanted to share it with you guys to see what they're all about. I was just excited. Michael's tarot cards, oracle cards. What is this? Okay, so I pre-cut. And if many of you don't know this deck, it's one of the probably one of the most beautiful decks, and so much energy, so much beautiful energy. I love to talk about a deck that I've already had. Uh-oh, and it's a little sticky. Okay. Uh-oh. Let's see, I have a scissor. I don't want to cut the box. Maybe stretch it out a little bit. I don't know. Anyways, it's 65 cards. They're not really tarot, but they are tarot. They say psychic tarot, but very sticky. Okay, guidebook is wonderful. Love this deck. Like all Holland cards, they just really speak to me. Lots of important information about each card. But these cards, I guarantee you, they speak to you. And I'm sure you've seen this deck many and many times, but I just have to open them and, I wanted to share it with you guys because that's a pretty deck. Okay, it's got gold, embossed on the sides. Okay, and we're gonna grab some messages. I'm sure there's some messages with these cards, but I'm gonna shuffle them really. Oh, you know how sticky they can get with this, with the gold. Yeah, my other deck that I have is a little bit older. I believe it's probably years old. I don't know how many years. Probably when they first came out. My sister Mary was so wonderful to get me that deck back in the day, and I've been working with them ever since. It's kind of like, I think, the first oracle deck that I've ever got before. I was always a tarot person, and after receiving oracle, I'm like, I don't think I know oracle. What is oracle? I mean, I was familiar with angel cards, that's tarot, affirmation type cards, but never oracle really. So let me just make sure one more time for good luck. And it's a good idea to sage cleanse them. I always do that, like I talked about before. Sage cleansing using a bell. It's not like it's mandatory to sage your cards, but you know what? They're going from overseas sometimes. They're going from postal services, warehouses, and just energy, just like the way we get things in the mail sometimes, and we just like to put some hand sanitizer, or I do, or some Lysol, or just sage your mail. Yeah, I know, sounds crazy, but sage is actually an antibacterial. Just for FYI, guys, it does cleanse the air. Back in the day, they didn't have the things that they have now for the air. They used to smoke the whole entire house or room to get all the germs when people were sick, like when they had plague and all these other things. Okay, so the first card, recognition and reward. Beautiful card. Look at the colors on this card. Very, very beautiful card. The waiting game, being patient. Very, very difficult to be patient when you're waiting for something in your life. I know that's my pet peeve. I can't wait. I'm so excited all the time. Movement, choices, decisions, especially when you have to make a decision. Making a decision in your life is really important right now, especially as we go to the end of the year. End of the year meaning one thing. We are winding down. We are coming to 2020. Love that sound of that year, right? Because it's got so much feeling, so much magical energy behind it. Heart chakra. Look at the color. It's so deep, so vivid. And you know what? That's what I love about making these decisions during like the end of the year, because you have so many choices and you have the whole entire year to make it happen. Make your plan, put that plan out, get a planner, get a journal, get whatever you can, get a book of some kind and write down what you plan to do. Are you going to make these plans happen? Are you going to do these plans? Are you going to make action out of these plans? Of course you are. Every day, meditate over it. Look at it. Can I do this? Build up the courage. I guarantee you, if you don't do this, it's never going to happen. Maybe you might not do it right away. Maybe you might do it later on in the year. But whatever it is, foundation and achievements, as you can see, it's important to making a beautiful family, happy family life. And I love the rainbow. Look at this. Do you see the beauty on these cards? They're so magical. They're so intense. Deception and envy. Oh, being careful, making those decisions, but not letting yourself go over yourself. That's another thing. A lot of people tend to put too many things out there and they overwhelm themselves. And don't do that. You know what? Start with layers. I always say I like to start with layer after layer. I go from one level to the next level, and you add, and you just keep adding to it. Because when you do this, you tend to find like you can get better. You can always get better. Spiritual union. And especially if there's somebody that you're trying to come close to in your life, if there's someone you're looking for, somebody you're searching for, or somebody you're trying to connect with. Maybe this is your spouse, your partner, maybe someone that you're connected to, but they don't know this. The only way a spiritual union can happen is if it's going on with two people, and maybe you have to speak up, maybe you have to communicate. Communication is very important now that we come to the end of the year, and we speak up, we speak our piece. Love begins. You see that? Number 1. Look at that. That's a good omen. Number 1, love begins. As we come now to the beginning, January is moving on, letting go of everything, letting go of anything that was dysfunctional, that was heaviness in your life. I know we can't get rid of certain things in our life, and we are, kind of like, if there's a certain job position that you really are not happy with, but though you would like to change it, well, change it. But don't do it to the point where it's going to hurt you right now, okay? And, I can't define exactly what that is for you because, like I'm saying, I'm just giving out these messages. Put the plan out. I plan in the next 3 years. I'm going to be in another level. I'm going to be in another city. I'm going to be in another position. And put it out there, really. If it sounds like it's just, oh yeah, that's never going to happen, you might be surprised that those things that you thought was just way over your head were really something that was planned for you, that you've been getting a message for. Never underestimate how powerful positive affirmations are. When you say a positive affirmation, you're going to find how it will somehow fall into place. And the messages that you get, pay attention to them, especially now as we go to the end of the year. It's a time when we find triumph. You see that? We see triumph. We see something new coming into our life. Number 7, it's a lucky number. Number 7. This is something to pay attention to, guys. Triumph. I'm looking forward to new beginnings too. I'm looking forward new and exciting things. Was 2018 like a good year, bad year, rough year, whatever? It was challenging, and many of you know what I went through, and I'm sure you did too. I know a lot of what everybody's been going through because we talk to each other. The thing is that we got through it. And, we keep our heads up high and we just keep moving. And you know what? A smile on our faces. Sometimes you're not really wanting those new beginnings because you're not ready. And you know what? As you can see in this card, she's moving forward. She's got the change in her life. She's got that stick in her hand, and she's moving forward. Though you don't know if she's going to be going in the wrong direction because it looks like she's going through a portal or like a moon door or something. It's something that she's walking through. But you never know until you take that chance, the new beginning. Don't do it to the point where you're impulsively doing it, but more of like you plan for it. I always talk about plans, and your passion is ignited, as in this beautiful card. Follow your heart. That's another thing. Following your heart means so much, does so much in your life. When you follow what your heart is saying, releasing the obstacles, the challenges, those come in every day, guys. Think about that for a second. Everybody is going through something. It's not like we all have it picture perfect and beautiful. No matter what you see on social media, listen, no matter what you see, the grass is not greener on the other side. It looks like that. It's a mirage. It really is. Don't go with a feeling of jealousy, like, why can't I have what that person has? Why do they always get the better end of everything and I don't have it? That's a sense of jealousy, and that's something that you're never going to get past. I'm not telling anybody what to do, but I've been seeing this a lot, talking to a lot of people, that it's heaviness on my heart, and I want to just tell you guys, those of you out there feeling this way, your time is going to come. You are going to feel love. You are going to have it. But rejoice into when you see somebody else engage into it. You know, like you see somebody just got married, or just had a baby, or just got a new job, or just relocated and they got the dream house. Be happy, really, and throw that energy of positivity towards them. Reciprocate it, because when you do this, you are actually calling that positive energy upon yourself. Seriously. You see somebody, physically, let's say physically, I see this a lot, and, I'm not going to, say if it's wrong or if it's right, but somebody who is getting buff, somebody that is getting like their health back in order, but your health, or you've been struggling with weight, like that's a big factor here, especially with the beginning of the year. And I don't like to talk about weight because a lot of people get sensitive with it, and that's fine. But for health reasons, sometimes you have to, pay attention, cut out the excess sugar, the excess salt, grease, fat, these things are what doctors, suggest, and it's up to you to make that decision. Okay. When you see somebody getting there and they're getting to their goal, and you both are on your goal, and you both are on the same goal, I should say, the same path, and they're getting to it first before you are, that's something to be happy for, because your time will come there too. Because when you start focusing on their triumphs, and there could be sometimes medical reasons why you're not getting as fast as they are. Maybe you need to start moving, exercise. I always talk about moving. And I'm not talking about, going and doing some, crazy, like higher intensity aerobics, because a lot of us can't do it because of our joints and, other health reasons. I know I can't jump a lot, but you got what I'm saying. Walking, taking it slow, just moving, even talking. Sometimes talking can actually burn calories. So these little things, these little hacks, I should say, help you to do what you have to do to get that goal. Because I've been asked a lot, how do I manage to lose this weight? What am I doing wrong? Why is this person doing it? Why don't we answer the question? Why doesn't someone answer the question? Why does a man get to eat more? And when I eat just like a half amount of what a man does, I gain weight, right? I'm joking. I have to just say that. I joke around with my husband all the time because he eats crazy. He eats a lot. But that's a man. It's a metabolism thing. So that's why I'm saying, don't compare yourself to other people. Compare yourself to who you are, and be there. Because when you do that, you automatically, spark up positivity. And you know what? You're going to surprise yourself, because you're going to get to your goal. If it is just being more healthier, feeling good, because when you're more active, you do feel better. That's my medicine every day. Okay. If I don't exercise, and I'm not talking about I go to the gym and spend hours. No, even if I'm just taking a walk outside, cleaning the house, I count cleaning the house, taking things out and walking and doing things, I count that as a workout. And you know what happens? I feel a lot better mentally, because it puts endorphins in my brain and it makes me feel, oh, good. And then I meditate and I just, relax and just find my soul center, drink a cup of tea, and just reflect on what I need to. And that's my suggestion, what I do. Not that I'm saying everybody, it works for them. And then I do my weightlifting, and then I do my cardio, and I do all of that stuff. But whatever it is, you have to just find what works for you. You have to find what makes you happy, okay? Patience and planning, okay? There you go. Just what I was saying. I'm talking about taking care of yourself, called self-care. Self-care is important. Self-care is what we do to make ourselves happier. Okay. Now we're going into so many cards. Well, not too many. I've been talking to you guys, getting messages, but you got what I'm saying. Rejoice in celebration, rejoice into it, and you will feel much, much better inside yourself. Now, I just want to open these cards because I'm going to lose time, and usually if it gets too long, I should have pre-opened. Well, it's a Michael's box, which nothing wrong with the Michael's box, but I got to cut. I should have pre-cut. Okay. As you can see, okay, we have something here. The Emperor. Okay, so this is like regular cards, the regular tarot. Ah, the Magician. Okay. The High Priestess. Oh my. The Empress. I can't believe I'm reading them backwards. The Hierophant. The Lovers. The Chariot. Strength. The Hermit. The Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Justice. The Hangman. Wow, these cards are amazing. Wow, you know what? And look at the backing of them. It's got an eye. Well, guess what? We have the Major and Arcana here. And you know what? Major and Arcana works for me. Okay, so I don't want to lose time because we're all out of time, actually. I think I went over. Hopefully it'll fit on, you know, this little screen here, this little social media thing. I'm losing my words, guys. Yeah, that's what the holiday season does to me sometimes. I just get overwhelmed and excited. So anyways, until next time, God be with you all. Namaste.